2 hours ago, singer David, who had a 15-year-old girl's body found in his car, has been cleared from the suspect list.
The David case will go down as one of the most insane and widely predicted cases of all time. Apparently everyone knew about it, and some even predicted it. And no, I'm not kidding. But before we get into all the new information, let me do a quick little recap. At the time, we knew that the body of a young girl named Celeste was found in David's car, and that a bunch of people online had been speculating that they had been dating. And of course, while all of this was still unfolding, David had literally been on tour. During that time, that was the only information we had. However, in the short time span of only a week, thousands of videos have popped up across social media, with some even proving that people had known about this insane situation years before it actually got exposed. There have also been tons of videos online of people saying that David is innocent, and today, we're going to talk about it. Almost immediately after the David case went mainstream and he canceled his current tour, people who had known David went online and started exposing him. As some of you may remember from the last video, David's career pretty much started in the gaming space. Most people in these gaming communities use Discord, which is how a lot of them had close knowledge of him. From the last video, I remember briefly showing some tweets from X, and since then we now have more information. For example, a tweet posted on September 17th says that TMZ confirms this photo shows singer David near the area where the victim lived before she disappeared. The user who posted this alleges that David was paying people to keep Celeste's age a secret. I remember being a little skeptical when I first saw this tweet, wondering whether it could be real. But now people have dug up a video on TikTok from 2024 going over this picture, and they basically say the same thing.
Popular artist.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fake.
Guys, this video was made on December 14th, 2024, a whole 9 months before this situation even went viral. Now, all the comments on this TikTok are from just 3 days ago, with people saying, "Why didn't this go viral? You were ahead of your time." And truthfully, you could scroll through these comments and laugh, but when you put it into context that someone actually died from this situation, it becomes a lot sadder. It makes you wonder, if this had gone viral back then, could this have saved her life? Because it's not as if David was the only one being called out. While people were looking through David's old videos and lurking through the comments, they found a comment from a random alt account specifically calling him out for this situation. This comment is from February 26, 2024, so long ago. If you scroll down David's TikTok to February 2024 and click on a video with the caption, "Me to everyone I tricked into thinking this was a love song," you'll find a comment by Robin Rivers that says, "Waiting for LAPD to get your ass for messing with a 13-year-old girl." To put that into perspective, that was about a year and a half ago before this entire situation went public. Seeing that, it always begs the question, if someone had taken that comment more seriously and investigated it, maybe Celeste could have been saved. On a side note, Robin Rivers has now gained some fame. Previously, they had 0 followers, but after this comment blew up, they now have nearly 200,000 followers. Seeing all these comments spread throughout David's posts and across Twitter and TikTok just boggles my mind. So many people actually knew about this situation before she died. Now, in terms of David himself, he hasn't been arrested yet or named a suspect in the case. However, one of his houses in LA has been raided by the police. Shortly after, David abruptly broke his lease and moved out of the $4 million mansion he was renting.
The Sun reports that D4vd left his Hollywood Hills mansion, which had been rented through his manager on a $20,000 a month lease starting in February 2024, after the home was raided by police on September 17. During the raid, officers collected potential evidence from the property, and the lease was suddenly broken as the singer and his manager moved out.
So yeah, that's pretty much all the information we've heard about David himself since the incident was announced. Apart from the time people said they caught him playing Fortnite only a couple of days after the allegations first went public, that's all we know.
Shut the f***, Lico. There's no way he's playing Fortnite right now. There's actually no way he's on Fort. You guys are laughing. That's insane. How? Show me the proof, please. He got a win 2 days ago. Dude, what the fuck? He played a game of Fortnite yesterday. He got a win 2 days ago. Dude.
So just imagine, what kind of man actually doesn't care about his dead girlfriend and is literally playing Fortnite right after everything happened? It really makes you question if he didn't go there to clear his mind after the incident, but instead just carried on like nothing happened. And not only that, if you remember in my previous video, I mentioned how David had already dropped hints before, hints in his earlier songs. Some people are now calling David the actual criminal, saying he did all of this because of his psychopath mind. But is that actually true or not? It's still not clear yet. However, it's definitely looking like maybe the authorities are helping him, or David is trying to manipulate others. Because David hasn't been named a suspect or arrested, a lot of people are starting to think he's innocent. If you go on TikTok and type in "David is innocent," you'll see an insane uptick of videos claiming this over the past 48 hours. Some people are even claiming David is no longer a suspect in the case.
2 hours ago, singer David, who had a 15-year-old girl's body found in his car, has been cleared from the suspect list. How does this happen? I have zero idea, but it happened. LAPD really looked at all this evidence, her name in all the songs, her name tatted on him, the pictures of them, the videos of her backstage, and just said, you know what? Nah, he's cool. Like, bro, who is this man David's lawyer? Is it Jay Yoma? Like, what is going on? I just can't wrap my head around it. All these things, songs, videos, pictures, tattoos.
For starters, whatever these people are saying is misinformation. David hasn't been found innocent, and there hasn't even been a case yet. Everything is still very early in the investigation. There hasn't been any official statement. So yes, he's completely using fake information to farm engagement. And he's not the only one doing it. Since the case has gotten so much publicity, and people have seen it everywhere, many are purposely spreading misinformation to get views. I even came across one guy's page who made a David diss track. Ever since one of his videos blew up, he has been non-stop spreading the David is innocent misinformation.
So they just confirmed that David ain't no suspect to the case. So I just wanted to say that I do not give a fuck.
Oh boy, what on earth is he doing? Did he seriously break out into a song and dance? And I really hope you don't think that was his only video on the topic. You'd be unbelievably wrong. Since the David case came out, he has made 10 videos talking about his David diss track. And ever since one of these videos blew up, it's just been the same format. Saying David is innocent, which is misinformation, and then breaking out into song and dance. Absolute insanity. But that's the state of the world right now.
Okay. I see y'all's comments about me dragging the David situation a little too much, but to be honest, I don't really get no fuck.
This might be misinformation, but while the internet keeps digging, let's see if David is fully out of the case or not. Because while a lot of information is coming out, David still hasn't been arrested and hasn't even been named a suspect so far. Is the police trying to save David?
I mean, how this guy could not be a person of interest, I do not know. Like, if there had to be at least one person of interest in this situation, it would be him. Some people are even speculating that the two showed up on an IRL stream together, but that is yet to be confirmed. I've seen alleged messages from her brother. People are claiming that she was in the back of a picture that David took on Discord in 2023. Others are claiming there are pictures of him paying people off who might have information.
But it has come out that David's lawyer is trying to hide the issue.
The lawyer who represents David denying that there was a connection or that they knew each other? Because that to me is that's a heavy lift.
No statement on that. There's not talking, denying it, and they can't deny it. And we have photographic evidence. We have video. So they definitely knew each other. So that's not an issue. They definitely knew each other.
So, while David or his team is allegedly trying to hide things because every big name just commits the crime and then tries to hide from the issue, that's actually the reality. And law enforcement doesn't always offer full hope or justice because the law often seems to apply more to the poor than the wealthy. If it were truly different, the police wouldn't be letting David sit as a non-suspect. They would be investigating him extremely thoroughly. But still, they haven't been very active on that front. At the end of the day, it really makes you wonder, how many of these situations could be prevented if the system actually worked equally for everyone? And while people continue to speculate online, the truth is we'll have to wait and see how this case unfolds.